Respected friends, welcome you all. Salutations, greetings, and gratitudes, congratulations, and wishes, and special prayers. How easy it is not to start spirituality. Hmm. How easy it is to be continuously worldly with all our justifying intellect and the examples of the world around us. How difficult again it is to start spirituality, and again how difficult it is to continue again. How easy for any of the small reasons again to give up, again how difficult it is to restart. So, this is how the continuously fluctuating our inner personality makes us that way jump into and out of spirituality. Among all such individuals, whoever are finding something to hold on to and holding on to it so strongly, in spite of any of the outer and inner storms, they are the ones steadily will be moving ahead in life in general, also in spiritual life particular also. So the storms of so many possibilities, so many happenings, so many types of thoughts in us, let them come and go, but let us hold on to this one thing. What is it? Holding on to the Upanishadic Adhyanam, which again and again reminds us of the truth and inspires us to pursue the truth. Minimum thing which we can do is this. And if this we cannot do, and so much storms and the floods that are coming, outer and inner, easily sway over us and take us away. And mind you, where do they take us away? There is no guarantee or tikana for that. Isn't it? The logs of wood which are flooded in the flooding water of the rains, where do they end up? We don't know. So too with that heavy tornadoes and winds blowing, whatever the blades of grass, etc., are lifted up and taken and thrown where? We don't know. In the same way, when we leave spirituality and are flooded by, or stormed by, cycloned by the worldliness, where we end up, we don't know. Here, at least, we know that when we pursue spirituality, where we reach. So, with all these small little things, welcoming you all for this our endeavor pursuit of studying. Studying what? We are studying the Upanishad, the Samaveda Antargata Chandogya Upanishad. Yes, we just recently started big Upanishad. It is first chapter. We are into the second Khanda. Here, the Upayoga of the Pranava Onkara Udgita for Upasana is hinted at or guided in. The Mahima of the Onkara Pranava Udgita was told in the first Khanda to a great extent. Again, saying to us is the job of the rishis and the gurus and shastra. Listening, thinking, understanding, retaining that knowledge is our job, our duty. So, too, here in the second Khanda, we are now given how to utilize the Onkara for Upasana. Udgita Upasana kaisa karna. We are guided for that. the Devasura Akhyayika Upakhyana is taken up. And thank God we have spent sufficient time to understand who are Devatas, who are Asuras, what is the meaning of the word Yatra, and what is the meaning of word Sanyetire. Then the Devatas took up that beautiful, noble endeavor that we will do the Udgita Upasana, we get empowered, then we will defeat the Asuras. Up to this we have seen. The continuation we have to see. And that what way they have done the Upasana, how they were obstructed by, hindered by, affected by the Asuras with their Shakti, and how long they went on affecting, and where these Asuras' influence stops to derail or distract the Devatas. That is the most crucial topic we have to dwell in today. We will try for that. Welcome, friends. Along with that, we have our Shanti mantras, Guru Parampara mantras, Sankalpa, and Upanishad mantrocharana. Then we have some Vedic chanting, mantra dhyana, as well as a little thought for common sense. Now let us gear up for this 1 hour of small little squirrel type of effort, like the squirrel in Ramayana, in making the bridge, to go to Lanka. How much is its help or contribution? Same way, us Gilari ki tarah, let us also try our best. Let us invoke the Kripa of entire Rishi Parampara, Guru Parampara on us. Om, Om, Om. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhetamastu Mahavidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Namo Brahmadibhyo Brahma Vidya Sampradaya Kartrubhyo Vamsharishibhyo Mahadbhyo Namo Gurubhyah. Om Yairime Guruvihi Purvam पदवाक्यप्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम्. ॐ शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः. ॐ निधये सर्वविद्यानां भिषजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः. ओम श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्. ॐ विदिताखिलशास्त्रसुधाजलधे महितोपनिषत् कथितार्थनिधे हृदये कलये विमलं चरणं भवशङ्करदेशिकमे शरणम्. ॐ ज्ञानानन्दमयं देवं निर्मलं स्फटिकाकृतिम् आधारं सर्वविद्यानां हयग्रीवमुपास्महे. ॐ व्यासाय विष्णुरूपाय व्यासरूपाय विष्णवे नमो वै ब्रह्मनिधये वासिष्ठाय नमो नमः. ॐ सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा. ॐ ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तन्नमामि. परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्तब्रह्मविद्या आचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मत् गुरुभ्यो नमः. छान्दोग्योपनिषदः आचार्येभ्यो नमः. संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव मोक्ष कैवल्यप्राप्त्यर्थं श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणेतिहास सन्तवाङ्मयोक्त साध्य साधनानुभव सिद्ध्यर्थम तत्रोक्त ऋषिमुनि गुरुदेवता दर्शनानुग्रहानुभव प्राप्त्यर्थम सनातन धर्मस्य विश्वव्याप्ति विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगत्यर्थम धर्म संस्थापकानां नित्य निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थम श्रीराम मंदिरवत् शिव कृष्णादि मंदिरादीनां पुनरवाप्ति तेषु निरंतर शास्त्र अध्ययनादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातन धर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यंतर शत्रुविघ्न शाश्वत समूल निर्मूलन पूर्वक भारतवर्षे विश्वे च अस्मात् क्षणादारभ्य वैदिक हिंदव संस्कृतेः धर्ममोक्ष पुरुषार्थानां सुसंप्रतिष्ठा अवाप्त्यर्थम अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां संकल्पित सत्कर्म सदिग्विजयाः तेषां हृदये परब्रह्मादीनां प्रति भक्त्यादीनां द्वारा जन्म साफल्यार्थम अनेक शास्त्राणाम् अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये सामवेदांतर्गत छांदोग्योपनिषदः आद्य शंकर भाष्य सहित अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मोक्षार्थम वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। ओम सच्चिदानंद सांद्राय सर्वातीताय साक्षिणे नमः श्री देशिकेन्द्राय शिवाय शिवघातिने ओमाप्यायन्तु ममाङ्गानि वाक्प्राणः चक्षुः श्रोत्रम् अथो बलम् इन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि सर्वं ब्रह्म उपनिषदं माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्यां मा ब्रह्म निराकरोत् अनिराकरणमस्तु अनिराकरणं मे अस्तु तदात्मनि निरते ये उपनिषत्सु धर्माः ते मयि सन्तो ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम अथ प्रथमोऽध्यायः द्वितीयः खण्डः। Just spend 3-4 minutes to become familiar with the mantras, which is also a very essential part of studying the Upanishad. We have to have full parichaya of the mantra. We also have to have the knowledge of the meaning of every word and sentence. We also have to have the knowledge of these mantras as guided by the Bhashyakara. Then the essence of it, then our sadhana in that. This is how we have to keep our intellect tidy, intact to grasp all these things. Then only we are the students of the Upanishads, minimum students, not maximum. A maximum student is he who gets by hearts all Upanishads along with Bhashya. 24 hours is always in that mood of contemplating on the truth through the Upanishad, through the Bhashya of the Upanishad. That is the maximum a student can do. This is minimum. Start. Om Devasura वै यत्र संयेतिरे उभये प्राजापत्याः तद्ध देवाः उद्गीतमाजहुरुः अनेन एतान् अभिभविष्याम इति देहनासिक्यं प्राणमुद्गीतमुपासाञ्चक्रिरे तगम्ह आसुराः पाप्मना विविदुः तस्मात् तेन उभयं जिग्रति सुरभि च दुर्गन्धि च पाप्मना हि एष विद्धः अथवा अतः वाचमुद्गीतमुपासाञ्चक्रिरे तागम्ह आसुराः पाप्मना विविदुः तस्मात् तया उभयं वदति सत्यं चानृतं च पाप्मना हि एषा विद्धा अतः चक्षुरुद्गीतमुपासाञ्चक्रिरे तद्धासुराः पाप्मना विविदुः तस्मात् तेन उभयं पश्यते दर्शनीयं च पाप्मना हि एतत् विद्धम् अतः श्रोत्रमुद्गीतमुपासाञ्चक्रिरे तद्धासुराः पाप्मना विविदुः तस्मात् तेन उभयगं शृणोति श्रवणीयं च पाप्मना हि एतत् विद्धम् अतः मन उद्गीतमुपासाञ्चक्रिरे तद्धासुराः पाप्मना विविदुः तस्मात् तेन उभयगं संकल्पयते संकल्पनीयं च पाप्मना हि एतत् विद्धम् अतः य एव अयं मुख्यः प्राणः तद् उद्गीतमुपासाञ्चक्रिरे तगम आसुराः ऋत्वा विदध्वंसुर यथा अश्मानमाकणम् अरुत्वा विद्वगं सेताम् एवं यथा अश्मानमाकणं ऋत्वा विद्वगं सते एवगं एव स विद्वगं सते य एवं विधि पापं कामयते यः च एनम् अभिधासति स एषः अश्माकणः नैव तेन सुरभि न दुर्गन्धि विजानाति अपहत पाप्मा हि एषः तेन यदश्नाति यत् पिबति तेन इतरान् प्राणानवति एतम् एव अन्ततः वित्वा उत्क्रामति व्याददाति एव अन्ततः इति तगम्ह आङ्गिराः उद्गीतमुपासान् चक्रे एतम् एव आङ्गिरसं मन्यते अङ्गानां यद्रसः तेन तगम्ह बृहस्पतिरुद्गीतमुपासान् चक्रे एतुम् एव बृहस्पतिं मन्यन्ते वाग्हि बृहति तस्याः एषः पतिः तेन तगम्ह अयास्यः उद्गीतमुपासान् चक्रे एतुम् एव अयास्यं मन्यन्ते आस्यात् यत् अयते तेन तगम्ह बको दाल्भ्यो विदाञ्चकार सह नैमिषीयानाम् उद्गाता बभूव सह स्म एभ्यः कामानागायति आगाताः वै कामानां भवति य एतदेवं विद्वान् अक्षरमुद्गीतमुपासते उपास्ते इति अध्यात्मम्. Very mystical these are all, unless we are highly qualified and highly desirous and do our initial exercises of mastering Sanskrit Bhasha, initial exercises of mastering Sadhana Chatushtaya Sampada, and total dedication to Shruti Mata and the Guru. These qualities, when we are having in full quantity in us, then only these Upanishadic sublime truths are revealed to us in their pristine full glory. We made a beginning, and slowly, steadily, we will reach to that level of perfect qualification, after which Shruti Mata surely will reveal to us everything that is hidden in that. That's our faith, that's the energy for us. And we know limitations at present, that in many of these things we are not very clear, very efficient. And like in any of the outer field too, to achieve success in that field, before attempting to succeed, how they prepare themselves, how they train themselves. So every day let us prepare and train ourselves in through many sadhanas, so that we become qualified, successful while we are attempting the study of Upanishad, sadhana of the Upanishad, siddhi indicated by the Upanishad. Right, now we have seen the mantra number Prathama, Ditiya mantra, we have to study with Bhashya. I am chanting the second mantra straight away. Teha nasikyam pranam udgitham upasan chakrire. Tagamha asuraha papmana vividuhu. Tasmat tena ubhayam jigradi. Surabhicha durgandicha. Papmana hi eshaha viddaha. Chant it 2 times like this. तेह नासिक्यं प्राणम् उद्गीतम् उपासान् चक्रिरे तगम्ह आसुराः पाप्मना विविदुः तस्मात् तेन उभयं जिघ्रति सुरभि च दुर्गन्धि च पाप्मना हि एष विद्धः. Again, तेह नासिक्यं प्राणम् उद्गीतम् उपासान् चक्रिरे तगम्ह आसुराः पाप्मना विविधुः तस्मात् तेन उभयं जिघ्रति सुरभि च दुर्गन्धि च पाप्मना हि एषः विद्धः. Every word, total shloka artha, first we will see. Then with the bhashya, what is the significance of it, what is the subtle to be understood understanding of it, we will try to go through. Teha, te means those devatas who decided to do the Udgita Upasana. Why? They thought that with the Udgita Upasana, when we get empowered, we can easily defeat the Asuras. Everything is good, everything is noble only. There is nothing ignoble about it, unwanted about it. Okay. Devaha Udgitamajahrhu anena enan abhibhavishyamaha iti. Anena means through this Udgita Upasana, when we get empowered, enan, these asuras, abhibhavishyamaha, we overpower them, we defeat them, we suppress them, we ward them away, or we discard them or defeat them. dismiss them, send them away. In that way, they thought, isn't it? Therefore, we, with our mind intellect, should empower our faculties, saying to them that yes, you can do good also, not only bad. Keep on doing good, it becomes a habit to you. Keep on doing good, that's all. What is the secret of succeeding in doing good? Is only keeping on doing good, that's it. Isn't it? The moment when we stop doing good, obviously by default, we do the bad only. Because anything which is not good is bad only. And being human, being living, we cannot be doing without doing something or the other. Like in Gita, we will see today, nahi kaschit kshanamapi jatu tishtati akarmakrut. So we have to empower our faculties. Now, teha means those devatas, nasikyam pranam. Nasikyam means within the nostrils, through the path of nostrils. The prana which is entering and exiting. And while entering and exiting, it is taking the smell also. So when that smelling aspect is happening, then that pranam you can re-understand it as granam. Therefore, here the word used by Shrutimata is pranam. Take it as granam is equal to the grana indriya. The indriya of the grana, that which smells. Grossest one, the bhumi, the grossest there, and the nasika indriya to smell. The gandha tanmatra from which the bhumi has come is the first one. Though in the evolution it is the last one, but in our identity and grossness, it is the first one. So they tried. Nasikyam pranam udgitham upasan chakrire. That nasikya prana as udgitha, they started doing upasana. So upasan chakrire means they decided and they took initiative and they started doing upasana of the nasikya prana. Then what happened? These asuras are there only. They watched. Tagamha asuraha. Tam means that particular nasika wala on which the devatas were doing the upasana. Tagamha asuraha papana vividuhu. They have attacked it with pap. They have hit, H-I-T, hit. Keep the word hit in the mind. They hit that nasika or pranendriya or granendriya with the papa. So teha tagamha asuraha papana vividuhu. They hit it with the papa. That granendriya, the pranendriya. Tasmat tena. Thereafter, because of their hitting with their papa, that granendriya, what it started doing, tena ubhayam jigrati. That now it has got the capacity of smelling both. So, the literal meaning we are trying to understand before entering into the deeper meaning through Bhashya Adhyanam. In the literal meaning, up to this we have come that the Nasika Antargata Prana is Udgitha. In this way, Devadas started doing the Upasana. Then the Asuras have hit that Nasika Granendriya with the Papa. Once the Nasika Granendriya was hit with the Papa, it started smelling both. Tena Ubhayam Jigrati. Tasmat Tena Ubhayam Jigrati. What are the two things that nostrils are able to smell? Jigrati means Grana Kriya. Grana means smelling. So the nostrils have started smelling both. Ubhayam Jigrati. What are the two things that nostrils are able to smell? Surabhicha, Durgandhicha. So the Surabhi, the fragrance, Durgandhi is the bad odor. Both the nostrils have started smelling. Na Surabhicha Durgandicha. Why this is done? Papmanahi Eshaha Viddaha. That this Nasika, the Granendriya, is tainted by, influenced by, affected by the Papa because of the Asuras hitting it with the Papa. From then onwards, the Nasika started smelling both Surabhi and Durgandicha. है ना? We will see in the Bhasha the detailed explanation. Two times we will see. First now with the as an introduction, then again as the topic comes while studying Bhasha. So here, when they are doing Upasana of Granendriya as the Omkara, isn't it? Their attention should be only on the Granendriya and then through that the Omkara, isn't it? From the Omkara, the Granendriya has come. Through the Omkara, we are reaching to the main meaning of, through the Granendriya, we are reaching to the main meaning of Omkara. So that is the meaning of Upasana. So when I am inhaling and exhaling, and I am doing the Pranava Upasana, that inhaling, exhaling is Omkara. In that way, we deeply do it. So the attention is on Omkara, but the bhavana is that, sorry, attention is on Granendriya, but the bhavana is that it is the Pranava, the Omkara, the Udgita. Then what will happen? The Granendriya's Granana becomes a means for us to continuously focus on Om. So Om also in this form. In this form also the Pranava, the Omkara is there. But when the Akshasas hit, then what happens? Instead of our meditating the Granendriya on Omkara, hit by the Asuras, the Granendriya doesn't cooperate with the mind too. है ना? Mind to focus on Om through the Grana. What it does is, it slowly comes out of that process, tries to become independent. Granendriya trying to become independent is the first step of being hit by the Asuras. Once it tries to become independent, then it claims its own capacity. Like your children, when they try to become independent, they claim their capacity. Once the Granendriya claims its capacity is what? To smell. Once it gains its capacity of smelling and starts independently doing that, suddenly for it in front, the variety of the smells it becomes aware of. Once it has become aware of variety of smells, then when the variety is there, naturally seeing that variety, the mind becomes functional there. Why? How the mind becomes functional seeing the variety? In trying to assess them. When the mind tries to assess them in its assessment, for whatever the criteria of the earlier information kaho, vasanas kaho, told by somebody kaho, among those things that are available, some are considered to be little better than the other are considered to be less better than the earlier one. The moment something better, something is non-better, thought comes. Immediately, the mind will start functioning with this dual pair of the attachment to the ones towards which we have the opinion that it is better, then aversion to the one towards which we have the opinion that it is not the better. That attachment is called raga, the aversion is called as dvesha. Now, once these two possess our personality, the raga dvesha in our mind, then the nostrils are always either in search of the surabhi, and when the surabhi goes on coming, it is reveling in it. In between the durgandha comes, then it feels bad and gets disturbed. Then the nostrils only work is only in avoiding durgandha and in trying to get the sugandha. It becomes independently functional, not allowing the devatas to do the upasana of it, na, to be omkar. Like the mother wants to give bath and give good dress and do the alankara to the child and make him presentable, the small fellow. हाँ वो मिलता ही नहीं, वो अपना खेलने जा रहा है, इधर उधर घूम रहा है. Even with some difficulty we brought him and gave a bath, and you went to collect the clothes. By the time you get collect the clothes to put him on him, he's already gone and put all the dirt on him. Isn't it? In the same way, only two purposes. Attention is on Granendriya's function of inhaling and exhaling, and that is because of the Omkara. Through that, we have to reach to the Omkara. This is called as Granendriya Yukta Udgita Upas. And if we are not alert there fully, then the asuras will hit, by which the Granendriya becomes aware of its power, wants to become independent, then it starts smelling the things, then it starts noticing some to be good, favorable, other not good, not favorable. Toward the favorable it will have raga, toward the non-favorable it will have dvesha. Then the whole process is to smell and name something good, something bad, and or to try to avoid that which is not good and try to smell which is good. So the whole attention is on one, the outer smells, two, on the smelling of the nostrils, three, backed by the raga and dvesha, four, sukha dukkha inside. That when I get the bad smell, then I become dukhi, and when I get a good smell, I become sukhi. So the ahankara with its sukha dukkha lakshanas called as sukhi dukhi because of his raga and dvesha, with which with the nostrils he is involving only in the so-called good and bad smells. So all of that is strengthening our ego only, strengthening our individuality only. So we are living as a jiva with the granindriya to smell good or bad. In the meantime, the Brahman is forgotten. The Brahma Tattva, the Omkara Tattva, the Lakshya of the Jivana, that I have to realize the Brahman, all forgot. And our job is only in the Granendriya. Sample of one example. In the further mantras, same way, all the Indriyas are hit by the Asura. Therefore, they are fully busy always in indulging in the world of good and bad as per their Ragadvesha. So, therefore, the world of duality, labeling it as good or bad, having towards them the idea of raga and dvesha, therefore putting all my efforts only in avoiding which I think bad, towards which I have dvesha, and getting that which I think good, therefore towards which I have the raga. All the faculties, the entire mind, throughout life, right from morning till evening. We are so busy in that only. Matlab, so much hit by the Rakshasas, isn't it? Like any infection, very superficially comes. So little symptom is known. If you recognize it, as teaching time saves nine. तो डॉक्टर साहब थोड़ा सा इधर उधर हो रहा है, तो he just will see अरे अच्छा ये इंटर हो रहा है, immediately the curative preventive he gives. But if you have neglected that छोटा सा ये करके, है ना, you were not aware of it, then in the time you see within few days that infection spreads so much that totally now under that infection's influence, we lose all energy, stability and all. Then we can't do anything. Here also then when you go to doctor, कैसे neglect किया तुमने? इतना बड़ा होगा ये. Now you have to go through the treatment and parhej. Earlier, oh 3 days, 4 days treatment in that earlier case, oh ठीक हो गया था. Now the disease have become chronic because of long time negligence. No, it has occupied the whole body. then he gives a long term medicine. तुम्हें ये 1 साल के लिए दवा लेना पड़ेगा इससे, 1 साल के लिए परहेज करना पड़ेगा. Then keep on taking, and every 1 month or 15 days, the checkup will be done to see any improvement. If you understand that example, in the same way, we have become so lenient, negligent, inadvertent at our upadhis level that through those upadhis, only indulging in the world has become the way of life to such an extent कि हम उसी के लिए पैदा हुए हैं, उसी के लिए जीना है और वो करते करते मरना है. And again, if you are born, we have to be born only for that. Like that, we live and die, and again are born only to live like that. And we keep on doing even sankalpas also. And next life, I must be having a house near a beautiful rose garden from where every moment the fragrance of the rose comes to me. This smelling also very विचित्र. किसको कौन सा स्मेल पसंद होता है वो अपना ही अलग अंदाज है. You may be laughing also seeing people. Some will like the petrol smell. किसी को केरोसिन का स्मेल अच्छा लगता है. That you cannot say why is it so. Somebody like the vegan spray. जो कॉकरोच को मारते हैं. He will love that smell. That is his nature. He is averted to the rose smell. उसको वो अच्छे लगते. Maybe he was in Dubai earlier life working in some oil company. ऐसा होगा, we don't know. It is difficult. किसी को कपूर का स्मेल अच्छा लगता है, the camphor and all. Some like the tulasi ka smell, some like the other one. Smelling is such a funny thing. Anybody can like any smell. You cannot guarantee. वो ऐसा लगता है बस. For other people it is very very averting only. वो कहते हैं यार स्मेल लेके मुझे तो वॉमिटिंग हो रहा है इससे. Other says but I like it. Isn't it? Anything. घर में वो लड़ाई होती है. ये मसाला डालो वो स्मेल आता है. She doesn't like, but he likes it. और अगरबत्ती वो क्यों जलाया आपने, ये कहा मैंने लग जलाने को. Because she likes that smell. He likes this one. Do you see in this world that funny thing? Different fragrance. That's why 1,000 types of itra, atra, they're all smell related only come. So too, the Bhagavan also made each thing of different smell. So many different smells there. You know? And each one nature, like some people are there. When they go through that fish market and all, बाप रे वो आंख घूम जाके they will collapse there only बेहोश. Because that smell is बाप रे. But the ones who are selling it there, every day they are there only for years together. And those who go there to buy it every day, some people eat. बंगाली है तो बिना मछली का रहता ही नहीं. दिन को तीन बार चाहिए उनको. So they go every day marketing and they take and smell and say that अच्छा ठीक है दे दे. बाप रे. For some people it is not. I used to stay in one place for 8 months, 8 or 10 months. Where Udari fish market. Then all the time that great sugandha. I used to put इतने सारे अगरबत्ती, but फिर भी वैसे होता. Mhm. So Granendriyas, slavery is this life. In this way, where we are lost only. So the asuras sorry, the devatas are that way. Defeated by the asuras here means instead of using the Granendriya for the Pranava Upasana, we are lost in its ability of smelling, then labeling it as good or bad, then having raga and dvesha towards good and bad, and then always engaged in avoiding the bad and trying to get the good. We are busy only. That is called as hit by the asuras. And what is the definition of the asura? Shastra Viruddha. Then busy in the respective Indriya Grahana, Indriya Vishaya Grahana. And Tamoguna Rupa. What is Tamoguna here? Though the nostrils have capacity To smell good and bad and to label something good and bad, that is only for the body's safety and security. You understand? Like the tongue can taste, only to tell us that this is okay for the sharira, not okay. So to the ears are able to listen only to say that this is okay for survival, this is not. हमारे सर्वाइवल के लिए जो अच्छा है ठीक है, वो बताने के लिए the इंद्रियां होते हैं. More than that, they are for the bhoga. It is our own misconception. That's called hit by the asura. You know, when a rose smell comes, it is okay. The other smell comes, it is not okay for your body or health. To tell that the nostrils are given the capacity, not to be backed by the mind's raga dvesha, not to create the raga dvesha in the mind. How about the variety of the smells? Like, somebody is a chore. So he is a chore. Why you have to know about him? He is not correct. So protect yourself from him. That's it. The other one is very helpful or very saintly. Why we have to know? So that when we are with him, some help will come, we can grow in life. He is good, not harmful, harmless. Only this much. We need not have hatred toward the chore. We need not have attachment also to the good people. We can have satsanga for ourselves, getting tuned to the positive things. That's different. That is required. But need not have attachment. That's exactly Bhagavad Gita. Krishna saw it in Arjuna. See, he has got hatred towards Duryodhanadi. He has got attachment to Bhishma Drona. So in Arjuna, the Rakshasa has hit him. That is why that karma of Yuddha he was hesitant to do. How the Rakshasa hit? Creating. With the eyes, he saw the people there arrayed in the opposition party. आंख ने देख लिया कौन है. एक सेना खड़ा है शत्रु के रूप में. They are ready to fight with the war with the weapons, and you also have weapons. Fight. That is the main purpose for the assembly. But the eyes used by Arjuna in seeing them, hit by the Asura, therefore he was not seeing the common noun called as the Shatru Paksha Sainya. That was a common noun. He started separating them, differentiating them. The Duryodhanadi and then Bhishma Drona. Toward the Duryodhanadi he has Raga, Dvesha, and toward the Bhishma he has got Raga, Bhishma and Drona. Thereafter, this raga to Bhishma Drona has percolated to all of them. Then he says, every one of them are my own people. I won't even lift an arrow or bow to hit them. Let them hit me and let them kill me. See, about the Dhritarashtra Putras with which towards whom he came there with hatred, it becomes such an extreme attachment. That attachment started with Bhishma Drona. Then in the mind it slowly percolated to see everybody as his own people. So the exhaustive, elaborate the details are given about all those arrayed there are my own relatives. Then when they are my own relatives, my attachment towards them grows. When the attachment towards them grows, earlier I will do my dharma even if I am killed. Now I will not do my dharma even if I am killed. See, Yadi, last but one sloka of chapter 1. Yadi, even in case, Mam, Mujhe, Apratikaram, Ashastrapana, Yadi Mam Apratikaram, Ashastram. I am not doing any retaliation and I gave up my bow and arrow to such me. Shastrapanayaha, with the Shastrastra in the hands, Dhartarashtraha. The Dhritarashtra Putra, Duryodhana ityadi, Rane Hanyu, even if they hit me and kill me, tan me kshemataram bhavet, I feel that is better kshematara, rather than myself fighting with them. So here the asuras attacked the eyes as well as the mind. When the eyes are attacked, he saw all of them, and mind is attacked, he differentiated them. Maybe some are good, some are bad, and all are my people. So I can't fight with them. Let them kill me. In a fraction of second, this is the asuras attack and uh, overpower us. What is the outcome here? I won't do this yuddha. And you know, if Arjuna doesn't do the yuddha, the consequences will be very, very different, very many, many. Duryodhanadi will win, Pandavadi will lose, Krishna's mission is unaccomplished, Arjuna himself will be defeated, he cannot evolve spiritually. कितने सारे वहां नुकसान होंगे. The whole country will go to dogs when Duryodhana becomes Raja. इतने सारे अनर्थ होंगे by Arjuna's wrong decision. So therefore what Bhagavan did? He pulled Arjuna's attention from the Raga Dvesha towards Bhishma Drona through the entire Gita and brought his attention only to two things. One is your swadharma of doing the yuddha for your inner antakarana shuddhi. Second is your paramadharma of realizing the reality. That's it. Anything else is the samsara. And that samsara kala, whether it is intellect or the mind or senses, whichever are doing the samsaric things, that is because of hit by the asuras. And who are the devatas? Devatas are only one. What is that? Shastriya Jivana Vidhana. Shastra Prakashita. Shastra Udbhasitaha Indriya Vruttayaha. Isn't it? So in the Shastra, why the nostril is, what is told about why the nostril, etc., Indriyas are given, as we now just said, only to smell or use the faculties to know what is safe and not safe. That's all. To know which gives me survival and which kills me. So what which is safe and survival? Only that much. More than that, they are neither for the bhoga, nor therefore they can be labeled as good or bad, nor therefore we should have any raga dvesha towards them. So the जगत को भोग्य दृष्टि से देखना, therefore उसमें कुछ अच्छा है बुरा है कहना, इसलिए कुछ चीज मेरे को पसंद है कुछ पसंद नहीं है कहना, all this called asurata in us. Because you're not thinking that is pulling you down to samsara. That not thinking is called tamoguna, which is lakshana of the asuras. And the second topic of asura is seeing the world as bhoga drishti. Third is what? Never referring to Shastra. तो शास्त्र तो ऐसा नहीं कहा. So therefore, Shastra Yukta Jivana Vidhana by the Devatas, where the entire faculties are only to realize the reality while doing that which is told again by the Shastra en route. And what are asuras? Not Shastriya but Ashastriya. Therefore, the other two things are Raga Dvesha Yukta indulgence with the Bhoga Drishti. Third one, we don't want to think other than that. Tamo Guna. Those who stop thinking, inquiring about the entire purpose of life, about the faculties and their abilities, and those are fixed in their approach that the world is there for my bhoga and I am the bhokta through my faculties. He is a Bhayankara Rakshasa. He is hit by the Rakshasa in him. All of them are manovrittis only. So that person remains in his individuality as Rakshasa. Other one, he will be a Devata in his individuality. This Rakshasatva destroys him and because of him others. Devatatva, it will evolve him first in spirituality, then he will become helpful to others also. Therefore, in one way you see, the whole Shastric way of Jivan Vidhana is for our own evolution and then we help others to en route for their evolution. This is how, as a human being, with our purest of the intellects, we have to live. And why we are not knowing it, why we are not doing like that, why we are doing contrast to it, opposite to it, and bent upon, शास्त्र ने कहा ना ऐसा करने को, exactly opposite मैं करूँगा. Like some children at home, whatever the parents say, exactly opposite they do. Now imagine his antakarna, how much hit by the Rakshasas. Everywhere. Again, how many examples I can give? Each human being in India are supposed to do their swadharma by which they contribute to the world duly and they also evolve. Everybody, that's it. But how many of us are not doing that? Against that only we live. Because we are all hit by the asura inside us. Okay? So Surabhi, Durgandhi, the nostrils smell. And behind that the mind functioning labels something good and something bad. And whatever it thinks as good, it starts running behind it. What is bad, it runs away from it. Whole life is spent on that only. Here one faculty, you add all other indriyas. Jnanendriyas, karmendriyas, antakarana, only living with raga and dvesha towards the labeled good and bad things and beings of the world. That life is called as asura jivan, overpowered by the asuras. What is the devata jivana? Sab kuch transcended. Only as per Shastra we are living. Shastra tells only two things, the Swadharma and the Paramadharma. Faculties are used for doing the duties as told by Shastra. Same faculties are used to transcend them to realize the transcendental reality. इतना ही है जीवन. समझो तो बहुत सिंपल है, करो तो भी. But if you don't want to समझो, don't want to karo, then it is so difficult. And the never solvable, never answerable, funniest paradox is in life is that which helps us grow and liberate. Towards that we have aversion. It is whether it's spiritual sadhanas, living values and all. And the other one which is sure to destroy us. And we have all affection towards it. Very funny, whether it is a people, whether it is a consumable objects or the habits or thought patterns. Everything we have only destructive. That much हम असुरों से मारे गए हैं. What is asura? Ashastriyata, tamogunata, then bhogasakti. Not contacting the Shastras. Therefore, the ignorance is continuing, tamoguna. That ignorance is projecting this notion that the life is only for the bhoga. Isn't it? Like a government servant. What is the meaning of government servant? Is an individual who has evolved to a level that with my faculties, I serve the fellow human beings through this government. That is called government servant. And while I am doing that service for my survival, what is required that is given back to me as salary given to me. And that also collected from the people whom I am serving through the taxes. Isn't it? But now, is there any one government servant who knows actually the definition of being a government servant? It is my job. I am an officer. I have to get my salaries, my promotions, my perks, my these and those allowances, pensions. सबका उसी पे दृष्टि है. And further, they do all demands, dharnas and all. And there is no attitude of servant at all. Authority only. Actually, the point is, these abilities the Lord has given me to serve the world. That's is called government servant. Government is the praja only in the prajaswamya. In the Rajarika, in the kingly way of life, the Raja is the one government to whom we serve wherever he positions us, places us. But nobody has an idea. Anybody, any profession you take. I am capable of gaining this medical knowledge. Through this, I can remove the dukkha of the people by treating for their diseases. आप देखो मन में राग आ गया, द्वेष आ गया, अहंकार आ गया, biasness आ गया, then the totally so many personal individualized goals are put. In human life of evolution, personal individual goals are not there. The whole individual, everyone will work for the universal good outside and inside he will realize the universal reality. How can there be an ego? How can there be working for an ego? How absurd it is, you see, how illogical it is, you see. But are we able to catch? That's the meaning of here, hit by the asuras. Therefore, totally losing the purpose of life, the sight. Totally is life, sight is lost. Main purpose, main goal is lost. Something else, the non-essentials become the goal of life. That's the meaning of asura. So the nostrils are not meant for smelling good, smelling bad, and getting lost in it. Yeah, there are some smells good, bad, only to indicate like कोई ऐसा हवा gas leak हुआ है. That smell says that it is harm for your body, you will die. Never go away from that. To tell us and save us that the nostrils have that taste ability. So do the sounds of the ears or the taste of the tongue or the eye. It can only tell us कि इस path में जाओगे तो you are walking safe. The other path where ditches are there, you will fall. तो to बचाने के लिए वे आंख दिए गए. Not to think that the eyes are there for me, to enjoy as a bhokta the world. How can you see the world as bhoga vastu? It is everything is divine, no? But we have lost that. In Hinduism, everything is divine. That's why everything is worshipped. And we take it as prasada for our survival only. Seeing the world as bhoga is not our culture, but we have adopted it now. Ah. See that orthodox person when he takes the bath in Ganga Maya. Traditionally orthodox one. Even before putting the feet, he does namaskar, pranam, and ask her for giving. Oh mother, I am touching you with my feet. Please kshama karo. Then first he offers argya to Mother Ganga only, thanking her. And as long as they are in the water, so respectfully, reverentially, he takes the bath, feeling that he is at the feet of the mother or in her lap. See that reverential attitude, how beautiful. And he comes back again thanking that mother, offers the flowers, etc. So you see the purity of that heart. See that purity of that heart. How sacred that person's mind is. Absolutely. Now that purity I cannot measure in any decibels or any of the kiloliters or liters. It cannot be an object brought and shown. देखो इसके मन में कितना purity and divinity है कि he is respectfully, reverentially contacting Mother Ganges. And the other one who thinks Ganga is for my swimming, my diving, my rafting, my fishing, अब उसका एटीट्यूड देखो. देखो, totally no care at all in the mind. Ganga remains the same. Depending on our attitude to Mother Ganga, we are saved or we are shaved. We are purified or we are impurified. Anything like a forest also. It is a Vana Devata. So every tree is respected and namaskar kar raha hai. Because of you, we are alive. Therefore, any fruits are taken, vegetables are taken, the permission is sought from the tree Mata. Can I take flowers? And she says, go ahead. And only that much which is required he takes. And shares also with other animals and all. अब now देखो deforestation करना है ना, then in so many ways the ill treating of the entire jungle and jungly जानवर वगैरह, it's a totally different track, isn't it? So in our thoughts only there is asurata. Asurata is only one, thinking that everything is for bhoga. Gone. Nothing is for bhoga, isn't it? We should not live life at the deha, indriya, prana, mano level. They are all bhogi, like in house. Only the children, when they mature, then they learn the art of sharing the things with others and learn the art of helping the parents. At the childhood, they won't help anyone. They want everything bhoga only for them. They are asura affected children. At that age, it's like that only. सब मेरे लिए रहना चाहिए, होना चाहिए, भोग वृत्ति. Everybody at home are only for my sake. And that way, misguided child throughout life thinks that the world is for me and I am not for the world. Then he becomes a dictator or terrorist, whatever. The one who, out of for his selfishness only, troubles the world around. These are all questions of our inner understanding and attitudes. Imagine a situation where everybody is 100% asura, that mere hi indriya bhog ke liye pura jagat hai karke, they are killing each other and destroying the whole world. Imagine that scene. That's what is happening actually. Imagine the other scene, that my faculties are to serve each other and then my goal is to realize the reality. See the whole world scenery kaisa rahega wo. Anywhere you see now, in a temple when you see 100 people seated and doing the bhajans or attending the arti, that scene, and the other place on the name of party, pire, khare, nachre, gare, can't you see that the difference in both of that? Common sense way, anybody can understand it. Outer action is a outcome of the inner thoughts, inner understandings, inner trainings, inner habits. So our understandings, thoughts, trainings, habits should be only noble as per Shastra. We are saved, the world is saved. And just because with the faculty so much of nonsense we can do, if we think that that has to be done, slowly we are poisoning ourselves. We are destroying ourselves. We are becoming a terrible liability to the world also. So today the entire discussion is what is the meaning of hit by the asura. What is the meaning of devatas doing each indriya shakti as nothing but the Omkara Paramatma only. In that way, one by one faculty, he takes as Omkara. Thus, faculties are functioning as and required, but Om is not missed out. So when he is with himself, he is doing Omkara Upasana. When he is with the faculties, there also is doing Omkara Upasana. Therefore, his life has become the Udgita Upasana Maya. And that Udgita already understood to be Brahman, etc. Then his Udgita Upasana Maya attitude slowly takes him beyond the Udgita Omkara to that reality, the Brahman. Purpose is to reach the Brahman. Means is the Omkar. Omkara Upasana. In this text, in this way we are trained. In other text, other way we are trained. सब ओंकार का ही उपासना अलग अलग तरीके से है ना. Like the Lord, somebody will please him by dance, somebody will please him by the song, somebody will please him by doing alankarana, somebody will make him happy by making good naivedya, somebody is ashtottara puja. And देखो, all are doing different things. श्रवणम कीर्तनम स्मरणम पाद सेवनम. But सबका उद्देश्य एक ही है, make the Lord happy and be blessed by him. In the same way, the uddesha of all the rishis of giving us the various upasanas of every devata, or here the context is Omkara upasana, is only to propitiate and please the divine. When the divine is pleased, he with one sankalpa will reveal the reality. Or in that process of respecting that reality that way, it becomes a that secret chavi code to open that doors. When the door gets opened, once the curtain is removed, you have that vision, that darshana of the reality. First inside, thereafter everywhere. Realizing the reality is the main goal. Okay, so teha nasikyam pranam udgitham upasan chakrire. Innocently they were doing. Tagamha asuraha papana vividu. Then the asuras come and with the papa they hit like an innocent Sanatan Dharmi doing his upasanas and all. These Rakshas are the Christians come and they create all ashraddha in him and create doubt about his own devatas, doubt about his own gurus, doubt about his own parampara and all upasanas. Vichara is lost now. The asuras only, those who convert, those who destroy our temples, there is no doubt it is asuras. If we do that, we are also asura. Papmana vividuhu. Mahabhayankara, cruel than the cruelest action it is to destroy somebody's faith. Bhayankar it is, isn't it? So asuraha papmana vividuhu. Tena what vividu tasma tena ubhayam jigrati surabicha durgandicha. So the nostrils have the capacity of smelling good, smelling bad. See, smelling good, smelling bad is not done by the nose. It is by the mind. So therefore, the mind level raga dveshas started guiding, functioning through the nostrils. That is the meaning of the asuras kidnapping the nostrils, not giving devatas to do the upasana of them to be Omkar. Like in our eastern side, सब कुछ ओम भगवान है ऐसा उपासना करो. Vibhuti Yoga of Gita, which is the Shastra which is not told us, see the world as God and worship. Hinduism में सब ऐसे. But that thought is taken away. The Bhoga Buddhi is created in the mind. There are some sacred divine people. Throughout life, they took everything as divine expression. They lived life of everything offered to the Lord, and they have taken little whatever required for their survival as prasada. They never had bhoga buddhi even once. So if that is there, means that is possible, no? अगर एक बंदा ऐसा है तो वो possible है. Not only it's possible, it is the highest way of living life. The other fellow who takes the whole world as bhoga vastu, throughout life is bhogi, bhogi, bhogi. Like the business people. Anybody they meet, इससे मैं कैसे business try करके उससे मैं पैसे पाऊँ. His mind is fixed in that. He is hit by the asura so much. And you can love him, you can serve him, you can talk spirituality with him. There are thousand things are there which are possible. No, no, no. How to strike business with him. उतना ही उसका दिमाग है ना. Like wife and husband dominate each other, get our work done from each other. इतना ही सोचते. अरे मिलकर इतना सोच सकते हो, प्लान कर सकते हो फॉर द चिल्ड्रंस डेवलपमेंट, हाउ टू हेल्प द नाइबरहुड, हाउ टू हेल्प द कॉलोनी और लोकेलिटी, और हाउ टू डू द स्पिरिचुअल थिंग्स. हाउ मेनी 100 थिंग्स आर पॉसिबल बिटवीन वाइफ एंड हस्बैंड और नॉट. They themselves can become an organization and teach Gita, teach so many beautiful things to the children or the youth. Do you think that thought will come even once? Doesn't, because Asura, that he is there to get salary for me and she is there to cook food for me. Either I'll beat him or I'll beat her or I'll fight with him. Isn't it? और दोनों मिलकर कोई घूमने खाने पीने जाते हैं, वो भी भोग ही है. It's a very, very interesting topic actually. What you have to understand is what is the meaning of hit by the Asura. Remember the three words. Tamoguna, Ashastriya, and Sveshu Asusha Kamante. These three words you remember. That attitude at every faculty level is called Asurata. And faculties are innocent, all starts with the mind. Mind is innocent, all starts with the intellectual conviction. Intellect also is innocent, all happens because of deep vasanas. Vasanas are also innocent, the cause is only one thing, ignorance. Therefore, what we study through Shastras is the wisdom which removes the ignorance, which helps to remove the vasanas, which changes the wrong convictions of the intellect for the life's purpose, which remove the dirt of raga desha from the mind, therefore which remove the biasness at our faculty level. Wonderful it is. So you are साफ सुथरा हो गए अभी आप. आपका जिंदगी इतना साफ है at the upadhi level, you are serving the world, and beyond the upadhi level, you are one with the Lord. That's it. So why the human life is created with the Lord as per Shastra? Upadhi level, serve through the dharma, nirupadhaka level, identify with the reality. Anything else is maya, everything else is mana. It is the asura in us. You can give power to the asuras to destroy yourself. or through the Udgita Upasana, Mukhya Upasana, which we'll study, you can become powerful to defeat the Asuras. है ना? So we started a contemplation on this sloka. It's a beginning. Lot more to be discussed and opened up. ये शुरुआत हुआ आज, इसका और भी चलता रहेगा. Today we'll stop here. Tomorrow, while studying with the Bhashya, we try to unravel or open any of the other subtle things which the divinity wants to reveal to us. Thank you. Om 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 Purnamadaha. ठीक है? We'll have some 10-15 minutes of Vedic chanting, etc. Other sadhanas. We'll do them. 1 second. जगदीश्वर पाहि प्रभु मां पाहि विभो लिंगोद्भवहर Yes, 12th Suktham, Rishi is Bhagwan Garuda and the Visha Nivarana is the Devata and Lakshya. Okay. Any type of Stula and Sukshma poison to remove that, this mantra. So, the mantra is like the Surya Bhagwan overpowers the entire Antariksha, so too the Garuda Bhagwan says, by the divine grace, the entire Sarpakula I am permeating. So too, like the night time, the darkness permeates the entire world. This Visha which has entered into you with this Aushadhi, okay, I am removing that Visha which has entered into you or entering into you. And this chikitsa of removing the Visha at the body level and all levels is sadhya, possible with the mantras, and that is revealed through the rishis to all of us. And all the Indra, the Devatas are also familiar with this Visha Nivarana mantra. And in Bhuta Bhavishyad Vartamana Kala, this chikitsa treatment of warding of the Visha Shakti is functional. That mantra Shakti I am using to remove the Visha. Okay, for us, just now what we studied, the Vishaya Sakti with Raga Dvesha alone is the inner Visha, should go away permanently. So too, that Amrutata which totally destroys the Visha. So the Vishahara Amrutata, I am giving you, may it enter into you. So too, wherever we go and travel, from whether it's rivers or oceans or mountains or forests, everywhere let the Madhuta, the nectar, the ambrosia, the Amrita alone should be sprinkled on us, not the Visha. That is how just 3 mantras here. We will see. Om Atha Atharvana Vedantargata Vishaharana Suktam Om Paridyamiva Suryo Hinam Om Paridyamiva Suryo Hinam Janimagamam Janimagamam Ratri Jagadivanyat Ratri Jagadivanyat Hamsattena Te Varaye Visham Hamsattena Te Varaye Visham Paridyamiva Suryo Hinam Janimagamam Ratri Jagadivanyadhamsattena te varaye visham परिद्यामिव सूर्यो हीनां जनिमागमं रात्रि जगदिवान्यत् हंसात् तेनाते वारये विशं सेकंड यद् ब्रह्मभिर्यद् ऋषिभिर् यद् ब्रह्मभिर्यद् ऋषिभिर् यद् देवैर्विदितं पुरा यद् देवैर्विदितं पुरा यद्भूतं भव्यमासन्वत् यद्भूतं भव्यमासन्वत् तेनाते वारये विशं तेनाते वारये विशं यद्ब्रह्मभिर्यद् ऋषिभिर्यद् देवैर्विदितं पुरा यद्भूतं भव्यमासन्वत् तेनाते वारये विशं यद्ब्रह्मभिर्यद् ऋषिभिर्यद् देवैर्विदितं पुरा यद्भूतं भव्यमासन्वत् तेन ते वारये विशं थर्ड मंत्र मध्वा पृञ्चे नद्यः मध्वा पृञ्चे नद्यः पर्वता गिरयो मधो पर्वता गिरयो मधो मधुपरुष्णीशीपाला मधुपरुष्णीशीपाला शमास्ने अस्तु संहृदे शमास्ने अस्तु संहृदे मध्वा पृष्णे मध्वा पृञ्चे नद्यः पर्वता गिरयो मधो मधुपरुष्णीशीपाला शमास्ने अस्तु संहृदे मध्वा पृञ्चे नद्यः पर्वता गिरयो मधो मधुपरुष्णीशीपाला शमास्ने अस्तु संहृदे ओम शांति 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 two times let us invoke the grace ॐ परिद्यामिव सूर्यो हीनां जनिमागमं रात्रि जगदिवान्यध्वंसात् तेन ते वारये विशं यद्ब्रह्मभिर्यद् ऋषिभिर्यद् देवैर्विदितं पुरा यद्भूतं भव्यमासन्वत् तेन ते वारये विशं मध्वा पृञ्चे नद्यः पर्वता गिरयो मधो मधुपरुष्णीशीपाला शमास्ने अस्तु संहृदे ओम शांति 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 अगेन ओम परिद्यामिव सूर्यो हीनां जनिमागमं रात्रि जगदिवान्यध्वंसात् तेन ते वारये विशं यद्ब्रह्मभिर्यद् ऋषिभिर्यद् देवैर्विदितं यद्भूतं भव्यमासन्वत् तेन ते वारये विशं मध्वा पृञ्चे नद्यः पर्वता गिरयो मधो मधु परुष्णीशीपाला शमास्ने अस्तु संहृदे ओम शांति 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 that is enough okay today in our Vedic mantra we will chant the Gayatri mantra of another Maharshika. Her name is VAAK AMBHRUNI Vagambruni Maharshika her name okay Vak means the ability to speak about the truth. Ambhruni is, she may be belonging to that Ambhruni Maharshi Vamsha. She is a Brahmavadini Rishika. The speciality of her is in that Rigveda, the 10th Mandala, the most famous Sukta 125, 125 is revealed to her. At that time, Mother Saraswati fully expressing through her. And thereby, in that Sukta, self-praise is done. That praise of the self, not as an ego, but as that Brahman. The 8 mantras are chanted by all Devi Bhaktas during their Navaratra Upasanas. It has become so important mantra, the Suktam. So, that Devi Suktam, which we all chant, is revealed through the Vagambruni Rishni Maharshika. This much we can remember about her glory. So, like you and I are finding interest and time and coming to study the Shastra, compared to our earlier life, compared to many people doing many things at this moment, are we not little better spiritually? In the same way, if to that Maharshika Sakshat Devi Sukta revealed means बहुत पहुंची हुई है कि नहीं, she is also great Maharshika, that she became a means for the divinity to express one Rigveda mantra, which is so powerful. This mantra familiar to all of us, like it starts with, Aham Rudrebhir Vasubhischarami, Aham Aditya Iruta Vishwa Devaihi, Aham Mitra Varuno Bhabibharmi, Aham Indragni, Aham Ashwino Bha. So I am the one who is holding all these devatas of Rudra, Vasu, Aditya, Vishvedeva, Mitra, Varuna, Indra, Agni, Ashwinis. So who is saying this? Sakshat Adiparak Shakti only speaking. So I am the Sarva Vyapaka Shakti. That's how the Vak Shakti, the Saraswati Mata declaring. So to I am the one giving power to all devatas. Aham Soma Mahana Sambibharme, Aham Tvashtaramuta Pushanam Bhagam, Aham Dadami Dravidam Havishmate, Supravye Jamanaya Sunvate. So here I am the one giving all the Shaktis. The third mantra, Aham Rashtri Sangamani Vasunam Chikidushi Pratama Yajnanam Tam Madeva Vedaduhu Purutra Bhuristatram Bhurya Veshayantim. So here the reality spoken in so many ways. The Jnapti Swarupa, the Chaitanya Swarupa, Yajna Swarupa and Sampada Swarupa, Daiviya Shakti Swarupa, which are required even at the Vyavahara level for the integration of the society. I am the one through all devatas accomplish everything. I am the one who give Brahma Jnana to the Jnanis. I am the one who helps Rudra in lifting the bow. I am the one who is a Sarva Vyapaka and I am the Parama Shakti. In this way, this Devi Sukta revealed through this Vagambrani Maharshika is so powerful, which only 2-3 mantras we chanted, but otherwise we have learnt it earlier. We have done it. So, this way, this Vagambrani Maharshika became source for the revelation of such mantra which reveals the glory of the Brahman through the Maya Shakti as that Adipara Shakti Saraswati Devi. Okay, this much if you know, it is enough. The Vagambrani Gayatri mantra we'll see. So Brahmavadini Rishika, revealer of are the one through whom the 125th Suktam of the 10th mandala of Rigveda is revealed, and that is called Devi Suktam and also called Vagambrani Suktam, having 8 beautiful mantras. And the essence is the entire world which is run by the Samagra Shakti of that Vagdevi only. Okay. In this way, this mantra's power is so powerful. कैसे सीख लो आप daily पढ़ लेना. So what it says is this Vani reveals to us the knowledge. Through the knowledge, the all-pervading Paramatma Shakti and Paramatma beyond all we have to realize. Vak Shakti ka mahima hai. Right? Om. The mantra is hmm, hmm. Vag Rupinyai Vidmahe Devi Sukta Karinyai Cha Dhimahi Tanno Vagambrani Maharshika Prachodayat. This mantra we'll chant today. Vag Rupinyai Vidmahe Devi Sukta Karinyai Cha Dhimahi Tanno Vag Ambhrushika Vagambrani Maharshika Prachodayat. Let us try. Om Parabrahma Paramatma Sarupani Vagambrani Maharshikaya Namaha. ध्यायामि आवाहयामि स्थापयामि पूजयामि शतचामरनृत्यगीतादीन् समर्पयामि समस्त शक्ति उपचार भक्ति उपचाराजोपचार देवोपचारान् समर्पयामि स्तोत्रेण जपादिना मन्त्रेण कीर्तनादिना तोषयामि ओम श्री वागम्बृणी महर्षिकाय नमः नमस्करोमि तव चरणौ शरणागतोऽस्मि मां रक्ष रक्ष इति प्रार्थयामि मम परमात्मानुभवेन मुक्तिं प्रदेहि इति प्रार्थयामि सनातनधर्मस्य वैदिक हिंदव संस्कृतेः संरक्षणाभिवृद्धिमपि कुरु इति प्रार्थयामि. Okay. ॐ वाग्रूपिण्यै च विद्महे देवी सूक्तकारिण्यै च धीमहि तन्नो वागम्भृणी महर्षिका प्रचोदयात्। ॐ वाग्रूपिण्यै च विद्महे देवी सूक्तकारिण्यै च धीमहि तन्नो वागम्भृणी महर्षिका प्रचोदयात्। ॐ वाग्रूपिण्यै विद्महे देवी सूक्तकारिण्यै च धीमहि तन्नो वागम्भृणी महर्षिका प्रचोदयात्। ॐ वाग्रूपिण्यै विद्महे देवी सूक्तकारिण्यै च धीमहि तन्नो वागम्भृणी महर्षिका प्रचोदयात्। ॐ वाग्रूपिण्यै विद्महे देवी सूक्तकारिण्यै च धीमहि तन्नो वागम्भृणी महर्षिका प्रचोदयात्। ॐ वाग्रूपिण्यै विद्महे देवी सूक्तकारिण्यै च धीमहि तन्नो वाग्अम्भृणी महर्षिका प्रचोदयात्। ॐ वाग्रूपिण्यै विद्महे देवी सूक्तकारिण्यै च धीमहि तन्नो वागम्भृणी महर्षिका प्रचोदयात्। ॐ वाग्रूपिण्यै विद्महे देवी सूक्तकारिण्यै च धीमहि तन्नो वागम्भृणी महर्षिका प्रचोदयात्। ॐ वाग्रूपिण्यै विद्महे देवी सूक्तकारिण्यै च धीमहि तन्नो वागम्भृणी महर्षिका प्रचोदयात्। ॐ वाग्रूपिण्यै विद्महे देवी सूक्तकारिण्यै च धीमहि तन्नो वागम्भृणी महर्षिका प्रचोदयात्। ॐ वाग्रूपिण्यै विद्महे देवी सूक्तकारिण्यै च धीमहि तन्नो वागम्भृणी महर्षिका प्रचोदयात्। ॐ वाग्रूपिण्यै विद्महे देवी सूक्तकारिण्यै च धीमहि तन्नो वागम्भृणी महर्षिका प्रचोदयात्। ॐ वाग्रूपिण्यै विद्महे देवी सूक्तकारिण्यै च धीमहि तन्नो वागम्भृणी महर्षिका प्रचोदयात्। ॐ वाग्रूपिण्यै विद्महे देवी सूक्तकारिण्यै च धीमहि तन्नो वागम्भृणी महर्षिका प्रचोदयात्। ॐ वाग्रूपिण्यै विद्महे देवी सूक्तकारिण्यै च धीमहि तन्नो वागम्भृणी महर्षिका प्रचोदयात्। ॐ वाग्रूपिण्यै विद्महे देवी सूक्तकारिण्यै च धीमहि तन्नो वागम्भृणी महर्षिका प्रचोदयात्। ॐ वागम्भृणी महर्षिकाय नमो नमः। नमस्करोमि तव चरणौ शरणागतोऽस्मि। मां रक्ष रक्ष आत्मज्ञानेन मुक्तिं प्रदेहीति प्रार्थयामि। भारतवर्षस्य सनातनधर्मस्यापि रक्षणाभिवृद्धिं कुरु इति प्रार्थयामि। ॐ वागम्भृणी महर्षिकाय नमः। 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 ॐ वागम्भृणी महर्षिकाय नमो नमः. 2 minutes. What is that for common sense thought? Nothing, detailed, very simple thought. Now we have understood that the gurus exist, the shastras exist, the satsangas happen, the devatas exist, the world exists, the people exist, the beings, jiva. Everything are there in their own way existing. We have understood now that as much we put our efforts in tuning to them positively, to that extent we are helped and blessed. So, coming out of our lethargy and becoming active and dynamic, coming out of our erratic way of living as we want into the disciplined way of the respect and reverence. When we do it, then only we will be helped and blessed by the world and the devatas and Guru Shastra. Then we evolve. Idea is what, again to repeat today's common sense thought is, like classes are happening. But unless you come, you can't come. Unless you listen, you can't listen. Unless you personally study at home, you can't study. Unless the contemplation is done, you cannot gain and retain this knowledge. So, to unless I start doing my own sadhana, detaching from the upadhis, it will never happen. तो मुझे मेहनत करना है. Today's common sense thought is this. Nothing happens accidentally. I have to work. Then once it is spirituality, work fully, wholeheartedly, whole time work. And why don't we work? Only one reason, that we are attached to the world. And why we are attached to the world? We are in delusion. What is the delusion? That the world is real. If the delusion goes away, that's why Jagan Mithyatva Nirnaya, subject of Vedanta, is so very essential. It will come. In which text we saw it? Yeah, in Yoga Vasishta Maharana. That topic has come 2 days back. है ना? That Jagat Mithyatva Nirnayata, how much important Vasishta ji is guiding Rama. So chalo, dhire dhire, nothing permanently is remaining. Everything is changing. Like this, from the time immemorial, it's going on happening. Nothing stable. सब change होता रहता है. Therefore, nothing is trustworthy because it's not stable. Trustworthy means not to expect it to be permanent. Therefore, don't that way value it, that you are dragged towards it. This is called Viveka Vairagya. With that Vairagya in the mana, now pursue only the purpose for which we have come. And I have to do it. So if I don't know Sanskrit, I have to study. If I don't know how to do japa, I have to learn and do. If I don't know the upasana, I have to learn all tricks, techniques, and I must. If I don't know how to meditate, I must know and meditate. Then only I am blessed and benefited. तो क्या क्या करना है लिख लो, किसको करना है, मुझे ही करना है, इस पे डिसाइड कर लो. So today's that is the common sense thought. Ponder over it. Some nice thoughts will come. Right? Om 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 Purnamadaha Shruti Matre Namaha. That's a Brahmaharpanamastu. We are blessed that way today with our satsang. Continue tomorrow. जिनको गीता सुनना है आइएगा.